Boom shakalaka, the one last thing that needs to happen before this bull market begins, and why this is gearing up to be a super cycle we have never before seen. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video we're taking a look at a lot of very interesting chart on Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, including the one last thing that needs to occur before this bull market starts, and why this super cycle could be insanely huge. Before we get into it, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell, come join us on Twitter at @TheCryptoLove. Push that like button. Today, Fear 27, same as yesterday, no change there. The overall market up 0.5%. Bitcoin still under $17,000 at 16,973. Ethereum at 1278. BNB at 290. XRP 38 cents. Dogecoin 9 cents. Cardano 31 cents. And Polygon 92 cents. And Bitcoin still in this descending wedge, generally a bullish pattern, has broken above this orange line, the 20-day moving average. The last two times it did this, Bitcoin on average went up 18%, which would bring us right to this bullseye, right below previous all-time high $20,000 and right below the top of this descending wedge. Now that being said, things are looking good for stocks, and generally over the past couple of years, Bitcoin and stocks have been pretty darn correlated. So this is big. The S&P 500 finally broke out of its 200-day moving average. If confirmed, we're looking likely at a big rally. So we had a false breakout not too long ago, about a year ago. We had a rejection. Well, we have broken out of it once again. And if this is not a false breakout like we saw back in April of last year, if this is a true breakout like we saw in April of 2020, look at what happened. Price went from $3,000 to $4,600 on stocks. And those are slow moving compared with cryptocurrencies. Now, Bitcoin also on the verge of a momentum shift. The 3-day chart is setting the stage here. So if we take a look back historically, this is 2021, we had lower lows in Bitcoin price, higher lows in RSI. We also had a bullish cross on the MACD. Now, after that happened, look what happened with Bitcoin price. Went from about 28,000 all the way up to roughly $60,000. Now, again, we have the same thing happening. Lower lows on Bitcoin price, higher lows on RSI, bullish cross on MACD. Could we see the same type of pump coming? You'll definitely want to stay tuned till later to find out exactly where it could be headed. Now, before we have that pump, there is the possibility Bitcoin price could go down because, hey, there's a lot of manipulation going on in the market, and who knows who's going to be the next FTX to go bust. But right now, the delta price is sub 12K. Still a decent probability that Bitcoin breaks below the balance price of $15,500, this yellowish line right there. Not a prediction, just looking at historical data and working on probabilities. So a few levels below where we are right now, we have the realized price just above where we are, 20,166, the balance price at 15,502, the proof of work price, 12,428, and the delta price at 11,955. Now, could we touch those lines? Certainly could. Will it happen? We'll kind of have to see. Right now, Bitcoin is looking very, very similar to what we saw happening in 2015 back here and also 2018 bear market structures. Basically, if we take a look at the CM pivot bands, we can see first the price goes outside the bands, forming a bottom, which we can see right down here. Next, price retests and then confirms as support, seeing here, and then we have the markup beginning. So we have going out, finding support, and then markup begins. Going out, finding support, markup begins. So we've already had going out, finding support. Potentially next would be markup begins, because if we take a look at Bitcoin compared with M1 money, you can see up here in the top left, M1 is a monetary aggregate that measures the amount of money in circulation and the money supply. So if we take a look at Bitcoin, not to US dollars, but actually to M1 money, the following chart shows Bitcoin compared to the amount of money circulating in the economy, broadly speaking. It looks like we have found long-term support. You can see it was support all the way back here through 2017 before Bitcoin exploded. Again, support in 2020 before Bitcoin exploded. And looks like once again, we are at support. Now, based on this, Bitcoin right now is lower prices comparative to M1 money than we were back at the bottom in 2019, which is pretty exceptional when you think about it. Now, that brings us to this chart here. Taking a look, longer time frames on Bitcoin can oftentimes give us more information, especially towards trend changes. So if we take a look at the Bitcoin monthly RSI, if we consider Bitcoin as a product, everyone wants to buy it at a low price. Monthly RSI indicates whether Bitcoin is pricey or at a bargain price. November's candle closed and pulled the monthly RSI to historical lows. Bitcoin is at rock bottom prices. We can see historically when the RSI was towards the bottom, that was bargain prices corresponding with bargains in Bitcoin price. Again, RSI is low, bargain, bargain. Again, RSI lows, bargain, bargain. Now, will it stay this way? Who's to know until afterwards? But this is the point when everybody's kicking themselves because they didn't buy Bitcoin at under $17,000, because we have this one indicator which is gearing up to occur. You can see how close these lines are to each other, about to cross, but not yet crossed. If you really want to know when the bull market for Bitcoin will start, you should take a look at the MACD on the 2-week chart. A cross didn't happen often so far, but when it did, the bottom for Bitcoin was in, and prices risen several 100% after that. We can see the last time that cross occurred was right down here at the bottom, beginning of the bull market. Bitcoin price went from roughly $3,000 to $70,000. And then the time before that, way back here, again, towards the bottom, Bitcoin went from like $240 to $20,000. So we are at those same levels where we have that cross about to occur. And that will likely send Bitcoin, but not only Bitcoin, also altcoins. How would you define the super cycle? If we take a look, we have a much larger scale version of the previous cycle we have witnessed in altcoins and Bitcoin and TXY and Litecoin Bitcoin comparative. So if we take a look at altcoins, this part here on the left, pretty much identical to what we see. We have the level across here on the side. We break above it, find support there before taking off massively. Look at this, almost identical. In Bitcoin, we have the same breakdown in price and then a little bounce, and pretty much the same thing happening here. Now, coincidentally, DXY, same type of thing where we have a break from the parabolic run-up before price comes down. Again, break in the parabolic curve before price comes down, leading us to Litecoin Bitcoin comparative. Litecoin generally leads Bitcoin and altcoins on massive rallies. We can see descending wedge right here. Litecoin broke out, and coincidentally, that's when altcoins broke out as well. Now, if we take a look here, same type of thing. When we have a breakout from there, which we've just had, that likely will send altcoins and also will cause a decrease in the Bitcoin dominance, but an increase in Bitcoin price. So that's all for today's episode. If you did enjoy it, push that like button. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.